Finals are playing out like a classic final series. Two elite teams playing with maximum effort and playing as tough as they can and getting dinged up along the way. Both Jonathan Toews and Patrice Bergeron were, of course, injured in Game 5. Reports are that both are going to play in Game 6, although it's not clear how close to 100% either one will be. And both teams in general are probably pretty banged up all over the ice. Marian Hossa, in particular for Chicago, seems a good ways off from 100%. But for Game 6, the betting lines in Boston are pretty standard. The Bruins are currently a small favorite of -121, Chicago +112 on the other side, and the total the same as it's been in all the games this series, 5 heavily juiced to the under. So there's likely not a lot of value to be found with any of the lines for this game. Game 6 should once again be tight the whole way, very competitive, and probably low scoring, but not sure enough in that regard to warrant a bet on the under with the total so low. But the question of Bergeron's health for Boston is a huge factor for all the obvious reasons, particularly his ability to win faceoffs. He was in the hospital less than 48 hours ago, reportedly with a ruptured spleen, and how effective he'll be and how much he will, in fact, wind up playing is very much in the air right now. Boston's also a team, though, that plays very well in desperation mode, and they have been through this before 2 years ago. So as far as a bet is concerned, I'm going to pass on a side, but the bet that I do like a bit for Game 6 is one that I've also liked at other times this series as well, and that's the first period under 1.5 at -175. 4 of the 5 games this series have gone under 1.5 in the first period, and for this tough Game 6, I think we might have a bit of value with that play again, as again, the team should be a bit wearied and focusing on defense early on and maybe playing a bit conservatively to start. There's also reports of choppy ice at Boston with the temperatures rising, and that's probably a little bit of an overrated factor, but if anything, it'll just serve to slow down Chicago's speed on offense a bit. So with all the injuries and the intense playoff atmosphere here, my bet for Game 6 will be the first period under 1.5 at -175.